What's up, dudes? Welcome to another episode of Random Dudes with Random Brews. It's your boy, Drunken Love. Enjoy this episode, and don't forget to drink responsibly.
That coworker of yours that is the girlfriend of.
Oh, that's over at O'Reilly's.
Oh yeah.
I don't really talk to her too much because I don't really work with her too much.
So how'd you figure that out?
Because she was talking about her boyfriend, and she's like, not to me, to our manager, I guess.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, he's tired of driving his motorcycle. He only has a motorcycle. And I already knew beforehand that he streamed, and she already told me beforehand that he does YouTube. I just didn't know what he did in terms of YouTube.
Yeah.
So I was like, he doesn't have a car, and he drives a motorcycle all the time. I was like, so I searched it up. I was like looking at, I just typed in San Bernardino motorcycle. That's exactly what I typed up. And then the first video that pops up, I was like, is this him? She's like, yeah, that's him. I was like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah, man, small world.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Small world.
I found his video because I was looking at San Bernardino fires, and he has a video where he was going and looking at the fire that just happened in his neighborhood. And I was like, I'm like, and he's like a Grom, and Golly's brother has a Grom, so I was like, ooh, this is cool.
Mm.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah, he
I
also
want a Grom.
That'd be cool.
He also has a video on the San Bernardino shooting too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
I think that's the one that he has the most views on.
It's still up on the
I
website?
didn't watch it. It's still up.
What the hell?
Still up, but I didn't watch it.
Oh.
Yeah. I was just
through it there?
I just saw the caption.
Yeah, I don't know anything else
Yeah.
besides that.
Yeah.
He has a YouTube channel.
Pretty sure he was on site though.
What?
As soon as he finds out something's happening, he'll drive there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And he talks to the police and all that. They're all cool with them.
Yeah.
Dude, I want a Grom. We need a
It's
Grom.
like a night crawler.
Coworker's boyfriend.
It's like
Oh, do you have a question?
it's like fucking Jake Gyllenhaal.
It doesn't matter. You guys
we
are feel
haven't
free to
started, but
ask
I am
questions.
recording it.
Fuck no, don't ask questions.
About the what San Bernardino shoot?
The only one that
The terrorist
happened.
one.
The terrorist one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there multiple ones?
Yeah.
I mean, there's
it's
shootings
a
every
shoot-
night.
yeah.
Yeah, shootings every night, but
That's horrible.
it's not about-
Was there
Dude.
another one?
It's like a night crawler for this area.
Oh shit.
Kind of.
No,
Jake
not-
Gyllenhaal.
not
He's over here
really,
instigating
but,
and shit.
It's just casual, you know. It's not really on the lookout.
Well, actually, I'm not too sure because today she was talking to my other manager, and I wasn't really in the conversation, but I overheard her yeah, he went to this fire. No one really knows about it yet, so he can't post it yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably the one
So
we went
Like
to.
firing or fire?
like an actual fire, I think in
Oh.
San Bernardino.
That's probably the
Yeah.
same one we went to.
Yeah, you guys saw one.
We saw a fire and we drove to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was out by the time we got
Okay.
Man.
I remember I was on I was going home from Riverside once. It was with you, remember?
Yeah.
And then we were just sitting there on the 10 because I was stuck in freeway
And there
traffic,
was
and then the
A fire just
started.
starts on the side, and we're
Really?
just like,
I don't know.
what the
We see
fuck?
it.
So there,
Yeah.
so
We
so
saw-
there's a tractor, or you want to
It
say?
was a truck. It was like a work truck. And it was just driving through this dry piece of grass stuff. And then we're like, oh, that doesn't look good. And then we're like, I think you noticed it first.
No,
You're
no,
like, it's on fire.
It's
just
because I
started.
think it was pulling something. I was tilling the land, for seeding and planting. And I think since it's steel, usually if you hit any
A rock or
flame or
something,
anything,
yeah.
that creates spark. And it was really dry and hot, and so
It was
bam, just like that
it
was,
was during the fall or summer, and everything was dry and it was really hot.
and it
then
caught on fire.
We saw it start from a little spark to full on fire, and then all the.
wow.
And by the time we were we haven't even passed the 10 yet before the firefighters came and put it out. So we saw the whole thing from beginning to end.
Damn.
What the fuck?
That happened to me twice. Not necessarily from the beginning, but it happened to me when I went to Sacramento, sometime this year. So on the way up, we saw a fire start in front of us on an overpass, and we saw it to the point where it was smoking, and I think the firefighters were barely getting there. But by the time I had passed it, because there's two other vans that were chaperoning with me, but by the time that we passed it, the other two vans got caught in traffic because yeah. And then on the way back, there's another fire that started right before Raging Waters, Six Flags, right before Six Flags. And the same thing pretty much happened. I passed by it when it was starting, and then I saw the firefighters come up on the other side of the freeway. They're going in the other direction towards the fire. And both the vans got caught in the traffic because of that.
Yeah.
Something I hate about that though is the traffic. It gets so bad.
You got rubberneck, you know.
I hate that. I was 2 weeks ago. I'm driving back home through the 15, and there's a fire, and it's on the left side, and it's pretty big. And like anytime you see a fire next to the freeway, it's like kind of scary. It can actually get on the freeway, get on cars, and like you see like the damage it does. And so I was like on the freeway going back home, and everybody's like stopping to take pictures and look at it. And there's people. So it was on the left side. I'm going south, and it was on the left side. So there's people coming north on that side, and they're all stuck in traffic. And then the people on this side are just like causing traffic to look at the fire. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Just
I
move.
know. Rubbernecks, man.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to actually start now?
Yeah, sure. Do I do an intro or do I just
Whatever you
introduce
want.
ourselves?
It's been recording, so.
Okay, so welcome back to Random Dudes with Random Brews. Brews? What was that? This is episode 4.
Yeah, 4.
Episode 4. You're listening to the beautiful voice of Ruben Villanueva. Alongside, I have Chris
Hello. Hey guys.
and Adrian
Hi.
and Alan.
Hey, what's up?
So let's go ahead and talk about the beers that we're drinking today. They're all by Cucapa, if I'm saying that right. If you want to go ahead and
No.
You fucked that up.
He's like, oh fuck. Okay.
I believe it's Kukaka.
Go ahead and talk about yours, Alan. And what kind of beer it is?
All right, I got a amber ale, and it's called Border. And let's see.
Awesome.
That's it.
I thought we were
It's
into
fucking beer.
Podcast
What does
done.
it taste like? What does
Alright,
it taste like?
let's see.
It's like it tastes like beer. No.
I mean, you hit it right on the spot, Ruben. To tell you the truth, tastes like beer.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I'm like,
Can you describe beer to us, Alan?
mm.
Alan doesn't drink
I
beer as
don't
much,
really.
Yeah.
so
So all I know is I like sour stuff.
Yeah, the sour ale.
I wouldn't say
This is not sour.
like I'm turned away from IPAs. I don't like very bitter. It's not that bitter. It doesn't have a strong aftertaste, and
so it goes down smooth.
Goes down pretty smooth.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would. It goes down smooth. It's not as bitter, so I like it.
Okay.
Okay. Adrian, you want to go ahead and tell us what you're sipping on?
I got Chupacabras. I like it because of the logo it has on here. It's an American pale ale, so I guess it's not an IPA. It's an APA, right?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
an APA. I've never had anything like this. I usually don't like IPAs. I like this one. It's 5.8.
Well, that's because it's an APA, right?
Yeah. So I guess it's not IPA, but
So
I
how-
like this pale ale.
How would you describe it versus a traditional IPA?
It's a lot smoother. I know IPAs have that like bitter kind of more hit like in the back of your throat, and this is not that. It's
Do you
pretty
still-
smooth.
Do you still get a little bitterness or
Yeah,
not
yeah,
at all?
you definitely do.
Okay, cool. So I am sipping on, it's called Honey. It's an American amber ale. It goes down pretty smooth. In terms of the honey taste, it's not as strong. Like it's not really there too much. It's a pretty solid beer. It's something you can definitely sip on. Very smooth, very light. Yeah, that's all I have for that.
Yeah, so I'm sipping on the Obscura. I think that's what it's called. And it's the American brown ale for this. I don't know. I've never like really been into the brown ales or dipped into them too much. To me, it tastes a lot like a what do you call the ones with the darker ales? The darker beers?
Amber
No, dark like
Red.
like
stouts.
Stouts. It tastes like a stout to me.
Stouts like kind of chocolatey.
Yeah. So it's got
coffee-ish.
it's got something like that going on.
Oh, okay.
And so it's pretty good. Like it's
I
not
like
something I
stouts.
would like just drink like on a like daily basis necessarily per se.
It's like a
but
one and done type of deal.
yeah,
I
it's
feel ya.
it's one of those. It's pretty good though. I am enjoying this one.
Cool, cool.
Nice to sip on.
So to give you guys a little bit of more information on Cucapa beer, it's a brewery located in the city of Mexicali, and it is one of the handful of Mexican microbrews. The name comes from Cocopa, one of the 5 Indian tribes that live in the Mexicali Valley. So it's pretty interesting.
There's a lot of rich history there.
So
Yeah.
so how did we come about these beers? These are really good.
Well,
Should probably give a shout out to them.
yeah. So mistress. No, I'm kidding. JK. My girlfriend Marcy was down in Mexico recently.
She's about to kill you
and-
later on.
Yeah,
today.
she's gonna kill me later on. It was nice knowing you guys.
After this, we're gonna have like a in memory room montage.
The whole podcast is just 5 episodes. Last episode is just about my death.
Isn't it play that song? You guys remember that commercial?
In
Was it
the
for the?
eyes.
Yes. You hit it right on. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Just
That's funny.
cutscene.
You caught that right on.
So yeah, she was down there. I think she went to a Bev Mill, correct, Bev? No, what is it? Oh, okay. I guess she just went to a
Damn.
grocery store down
Damn
there.
it.
It
Let's
looked.
make
I
it
don't know.
sound more
The
exotic.
the pricing store looked like a Bev Mill, like the way the pricing
That's what I
was.
thought too.
Yeah. So I don't know. She bought maybe like almost 10 beers,
Damn.
and I thought, and when she sent me the total, I thought it was like $200 or something like that, but I didn't take into account that it was like pesos.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, so it
200
was like
pesos.
$10.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, why did you do that?
I swear.
Oh,
I swear.
sorry, guys.
Sorry about that.
There's a fucking
Someone's
large
been drinking a little too
possum
much.
rat going through our fucking beers over here. Salvadorian possum rat. I'm just kidding, Marco. I love you.
Marco's our tech guy. JK. JK.
Marcos is our
Marcus
audience.
is our beer guy. He makes sure all the beer is good, so he just drinks like 12 beers beforehand. To make sure that they're all
Make
good.
sure that they're not poisonous.
Quality control, guys.
He's all drunk. Yo, none of
Sound
these
check.
are poisonous. All these are good to go, boss.
What time is it?
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
man.
What were you talking about?
Yeah, we were just talking about the beer and its history. And
It's pretty
definitely, if you guys are in Mexicali, it's something to try
Check out.
out.
Yeah,
Pretty
but-
solid beer all around. I mean, I don't think any of us had complaints about it.
What was the alcohol count on you guys' beers?
So we'll go ahead and start with Alan. What was your alcohol content,
That's a good question.
if you can find it?
4.5.
These actually are interesting. They have the IBU on them as well. So
17.
What does that
17.
mean?
I think that's got to do with like bitterness or something like that. I'm not actually familiar. Here, let me look it up real quick.
Okay. Well, while he's doing that, I have a 5.8% alcohol.
And yours
So
was a
it's-
what?
Mine was an American Pale Ale.
Okay, so that
So
makes
that's
sense.
pretty standard, I think, for like a pale ale,
For
right?
a pale ale, yeah, it's a little. They're usually a little higher than the like lagers.
Yeah.
or-
Okay.
yeah. So I have an amber ale and it's sitting at 4.5%. So it's a pretty
Pretty light.
pretty general
Yeah.
alcohol percentage. Something you can definitely sip on.
I got a 4.8% alcohol content and 28 IBU. So IBU is actually the abbreviation is International Bitterness Unit, and that's
Sick.
pretty much not on all beers. So it's actually interesting that it's on these. It pretty much tells you how bitter a beer is. So an IPA would be a higher IBU number. So
So
that's
I got.
something to look out for.
All right, Alan.
if
go
you're not
ahead.
into
What's your
bitter
IBU?
beers.
17.
Wow.
And yours was a what again? What kind of style of beer?
It's an amber ale.
Amber ale,
Yeah.
17.
So for this being a pale ale, an American pale ale, it's a 45 IBU, which is probably why I like it better than any pale ale. So I guess that rating sits pretty middle.
Okay, mine is a 25 IBU, so it's pretty low, pretty smooth.
What type of ale was theirs?
Mine was a amber ale.
And then the brown ale sits at 28 IBU. So
Alright,
it's
so
pretty
mine-
good, nice and decent.
so
Goes down
mine-
smooth. But
Mine's the least bitter, huh?
Yeah.
The border.
You're welcome.
damn, good looking out, guys. Gave Alan the.
Yeah,
guys
that-
carry
It just
that
it
makes
worked out
sense, right?
perfectly.
That worked out perfectly because Alan doesn't really like that bitter
Oh,
taste.
thank you.
Yeah, nice. Do we just go based off color when handing them out?
I don't know.
We just made sure Alan didn't get an IPA.
I gave him border because it was amber ale.
Oh, okay.
So I was just like, you can take this one. You'll probably like it.
Cool.
Not bad.
So,
What's
what are we?
cutscene?
What,
No.
what are we here for?
Alright,
cut.
so today,
Besides drinking, nah.
so today we're going to go over a couple things. We want to talk about the zombie apocalypse and what would you do, right? And if you could get away with one crime, what crime would you get away with?
Damn, that's hard.
Okay,
Damn.
what do you guys want to start with? I feel like apocalypse is a little more broad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
start
not
with
sure.
that.
So
We'll
you-
start with that.
You want to start with the apocalypse?
Yeah, because it's so that one's easier to talk on. That crime one is kind of.
I mean, there's so many crimes you can actually get away with.
But there's got to be one you want to commit.
I don't want to come in.
Larceny.
All right, let's start with the zombie one.
All right, who wants to go ahead and start? Alan, do you want to start?
Yeah, Alan's prepared for this shit.
The zombie apocalypse. All right. Well,
All right, hold on. How
Wait,
many
wait.
zombie books, or how much
Wait.
experience with zombies do you guys have?
No,
I want to know
Wait,
before
wait,
we
time
start.
out,
wait,
time
wait,
out.
wait,
Flying
wait.
on the plane.
Wait,
They
hold
just
on.
got to say
All
something.
right, hold on.
We
We gotta set up
close.
the premise.
Yeah.
What kind of zombies? Are these World War Z zombies that are like fast? Or are we talking about Walking Dead zombies? Or like Dawn of the Dead zombies?
Let's talk about Call of Duty zombies. No.
No, that's horrible. What the hell?
those are basically World War Z ones.
Those are words. I don't know. I would feel that
If it's a World War Z,
it would
one,
be a
I'ma
World War
die.
Z zombie.
That's
No,
horrible.
there's no way. Maybe, but like I like the
Nah.
28 days later zombie, like the
Yes,
rabies.
hell yes.
Yeah, that one makes sense, right? In the
Yes.
beginning, they're crazy, but then they slowly start to
it's-
die.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
28
That's
days later seems the
respectable.
most realistic.
Yeah, also because there's been a lot of what is it like? I think it's a virus that takes over. It's usually common within like insects or spiders or something like that, and they basically get a host and they're basically dead already,
Oh, the
but
mushroom
still
one.
alive. Is it
It's,
mushroom one?
Card is something with the C. It's like what The Last of Us is based off of.
Yeah. Either way, their host is really slow in terms of
It's-
movement.
It's usually with ants. And
Yeah.
It's a mushroom.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah, yeah.
spore.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the ants are
the-
smart about it. They know when one's infected, and they drag it off somewhere else to die, so it doesn't infect the whole.
Yeah,
The whole colony. It's
Yeah.
pretty smart.
Stupid
But in
ass
terms of
ants.
like reaction, like
Gotta
the
be so
host
smart.
is really slow in terms of movement, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically a zombie. Like
Okay.
it leads in one direction to die and release more spores.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll kind of go along with that premise.
So we'll go with 28 days
Mm.
later zombies.
I like 28 Days Later, but
Okay.
All right, all right,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah,
For
yeah.
everybody who hasn't seen like 28 Days, can you guys describe those zombies?
it's like Dawn of the Dead in the beginning, right? Where they're really fast and they're immune to pain because they're just basically people who are affected by a really bad strain of rabies, and so they're like basically mindless. They run at things and they attack people who don't have the rabies, and like they bite you. You get you get the rabies and you turn like them.
Yeah, but it also gets contracted through like blood. Because I
Yeah.
remember there was one scene like one of the people got like blood in their eye and they contracted it like that,
Yeah,
right? Or
so
something.
it's like
Oh shit.
So,
that
like,
sucks.
fluids and stuff.
Yeah.
So like
I
most
mean that makes
zombies,
sense though.
Mhm.
most zombies in movies, do they have heightened senses?
No, not really. They're kind of dumb.
I think this one they were still attracted to noise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Noise. Okay.
So it's just noise really, because I think
But I don't think they're heightened. I think
Yeah.
they're just normal senses.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they're more aggressive and they attack. But as the story progresses, like they get weaker because they don't eat and they die off.
Okay. So
That makes sense
all right. Cool.
for zombies at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It,
It's-
it, would-
It's
it would be
definitely the most
reasonable.
realistic. I feel like.
So did you want to go ahead and start, Alan?
all right. How long are we into this? We're like, say a weekend. That's
Into
a
the zombie
major
apocalypse.
major outbreak. Most city functions are going down, right? So we don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
transportation of like fuels. We don't. The grocery stores aren't getting updated. You know, they're not being restocked and stuff. So you're low on food, low on fuel. You can't really travel much. What do you do?
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
That's a hard one because I mean a weekend like you don't have like food planted in your
Yeah.
backyard or any kind of.
So how long do
source.
you gotta survive someone? How long can a person go without eating?
I think it's a week. I think it's 7 days.
Is it
Or is it
7
longer than that? I
It-
think it's 7 days. No, I think it's longer than that.
Yeah, I
Is it a
think
month?
food you can
I think
go a lot longer
I think
than
water's
water.
5 days.
Yeah.
Water's
So-
like 5 days.
Yeah,
I think.
water.
Water.
Alright.
Water was 3 days, I think.
Yeah.
Is it 3 days? It might
3
be
days without water.
What?
Let's say a month. Let's give them a month.
No. That's without food.
I don't know.
So
let's
you
let's
get
say
like-
a month.
you
He's
get-
talking-
oh, you
he's
get,
talking
like,
about
3 weeks
The zombie
without food.
apocalypse in general.
3
yeah,
days
like if
without
like,
water.
all right, you gotta wait 3 days for all the zombies to die. Just lock yourself in your room. You're good.
No, but say, so we saying zombie apocalypse. We find out
What's our next
on the
step?
weekend, and we're in California.
Like, no, I'm saying like you find out on a Sunday, and then you start seeing reports, and then by the next Sunday, it has spread so much that major functions have stopped.
That's
How-
horrible. I love
so-
Sundays.
That's horrible. I listen.
Okay.
This guy.
So everything depends on how fast you start prepping for it,
You got a week.
and if you know to prep for it or not. So Ebola virus, imagine it starts like that, where it's on the other side of the world. Nobody's gonna think it's gonna hit them, but within the week, it's at their house.
Yeah.
So, so let's say it's in California. Everybody knows about it. You have 1 day or 2 days to prep, but everybody else knows about it.
Okay.
So you can't get on the freeway. You're stuck at home.
So you pull out the bike.
There you go.
You go to Walmart.
There you go.
Get some
So you're at home. So this is like, for us, it's Fontana. So you're in Fontana on a weekend,
Yeah.
and the virus has already started the day before, or it's already in California.
Okay. Say, all right.
There you go.
It started. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do.
No plan. Go.
All right. So I don't got a car because most everything's gonna be backed up. Everyone's trying to get everywhere.
Yep.
So the closest thing to me probably the Food for Less. There's a Food for Less near me.
Okay.
So that's a good amount of food you can get there.
But how many people are already there?
Yeah, that's true.
And how many people are just scavenging and like they don't give they're just taking their guns and like probably shooting people just to be able to survive.
All right, that's where I'm a disadvantage. I don't own guns.
Okay, there you go.
I own a lot of BB guns. Probably scare someone off with that, but
And bam, you get shot by someone with a real gun.
yeah, I know. I pull up my fake one. They're like, "Oh, like give me your food," and he pulls out his real one and shoots me.
And scenario for Alan.
All right, so I'm trying to think of odd places people don't think food is gonna be at. Because that'd be my main worry is food. Like weapons and stuff like that, you can probably get away with like a baseball bat or like even like a little like an axe or a shovel, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're smart enough, you could get away with that. But food is probably gonna be the big issue.
Have to move towards water
Water is big too, but
or towards a body of water.
I mean you can go to the river. Lido Creek's not that far from here. You got a good
Jesus.
source river.
It's like what, 20 minutes, 30
And
minutes.
it's pretty isolated.
Yeah, and so water shouldn't be that big of an issue because we're so close to the mountains. Food, you can get away with. Maybe you hit a warehouse, like the Target warehouse is over here.
That's true.
Yeah, so
You see, in terms of food, the way I think about it is a lot of people are gonna go to something like like your Targets, your Costco's, all that. But you have to think about the city of Fontana. It's like a ranch city, which means there's a lot of farming animals, which means that
But
you can kill those animals.
you can kill those animals, but how long will it last you? If you don't freeze that meat, it's gonna go bad within like 2-3 days.
That's why
You can
cure
dry it.
with some salt.
Drying it
And
but
salt
like,
You can
yeah.
dry it, but you
not-
could
I don't know
also
how to do that.
you could what people used to do back in the day is they're like, I guess an old school refrigerator was they would dig a really, really deep hole and store it in the ground, and that's how they would keep it cold and fresh. I think they would also add salt to it.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Do it.
Yeah. So I mean that's one way. That's the way I would go about it.
I don't know. I don't know how to do all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
the food's probably my biggest issue.
Grab some chickens. Make them populate in your backyard. And then there you go, eggs and chicken for the rest
Speaking
of your
of populate, a good idea would be to try to find rabbits.
life. Yeah.
Rabbits
Okay.
rabbits populate pretty quickly, and then they're pretty easy to find here. So I think it'd be a pretty
Oh,
good food source.
You're at an advantage because you got one in your backyard.
Yeah. And now I just need one more, right?
And you got some lizards.
Halfway
so
there.
I got some lizards. I got some. I
Some
got some
fish.
fish for snacks.
3 dogs.
Whoa, wait. Whoa.
That's last resort, Ruben.
I don't
We'll
know.
go-
Yeah,
we'll
that's
go-
crazy though. Like that. I mean, that could be a thing.
Serious
where you have
question.
to-
Serious question. Worst comes to worst, would you eat a dog?
Would I eat a dog? Yes. Would I eat my dog? Negative.
I would eat your dog. No, I'm
So
just
I'm
kidding.
killing AJ first.
No, I can't. I
Go
can't.
cannibal before you eat your
I
dogs?
grew up with Ruben, and I grew up with his dogs, Lola and Lucas. Scrappy.
Scrappy, I don't know about Scrappy. That boy's on the chop block.
Yeah. Oh, he's cutting it fucking close right now. Fuck the zombie apocalypse. We're eating him by next week.
Piss inside the house one more time.
Okay. So, Alan, would you eat a dog?
No, I don't think I could do it.
No.
No.
Not even a random
Worst
dog.
comes to
Not a
worst,
stray
dude.
dog.
I'm like, if I'm starving,
You're starving.
I'm like, there's no threat to me, and I'm starving, and I'm like,
You see this dog.
it's the end, and I know I'm gonna survive if
This
I
nice,
eat that
juicy
dog. I'd rather if I know I'm gonna die and just get a day off of the dog, I wouldn't do it. But if I know if I'm gonna survive, then I'll do it.
Chris.
Do I eat the dog?
Would you eat a dog? A dog, not the
Well,
dog.
okay, well, not
What
only,
dog are we talking
not
about?
only would you eat it, you also have to consider would you kill it. It's another thing you have to consider.
I mean, the killing act is not what I'm like. It's not
What? Okay.
Alan, that's
the
not the
idea
point I'm
of
scared
it,
about.
you know?
I'm killing the dog.
Like
easily.
if I can get comfortable with the idea of killing him, the killing part's not gonna be hard.
That dog better be like some fucking good ass tasting dog. Because I heard dogs actually pretty gross,
Is
like
it?
in terms of taste. But I don't know.
He said I
That's
heard.
why you
about
gotta-
it,
I could do
pretty
it.
That's why you gotta get a horse.
Yeah,
gross.
I need a horse.
I'd eat a horse.
I think.
I
Horse,
don't think
I
I'd
think
eat
horse
a-
would be my first option.
It would be really hard to eat a dog.
Horse is my first option.
I would eat
I
a
mean, not
horse.
only do you have a lot of meat on there, it's also one of the leanest sources of protein. So,
I eat a horse. Yeah.
But the dog, man.
but like, I mean, the
Would you
better,
eat the dog?
but the better you
Oh,
eat,
That's
you know.
not. It's not. A eat a horse or eat a dog. It's
I already,
like
I already
eat a
gave my
fucking-
answer, Chris. All right, I would do it. I'm just saying, horse would be my first option.
Ruben's not scared of eating a dog. You do it right now.
You said get scrappy on that chop
Okay.
block.
Okay. So, as far as food resources, would you go a more? So it sounds like all of us kind of seem like we wouldn't bombard a store, just because that's everybody's first initial reaction, right?
I'm not too sure. I feel like if I don't try, I feel like someone I know would try to go to a store. But I think for the most part, I think all of us are on board with trying to find food elsewhere.
Yeah. That's
Just
what I'm
because
saying.
you're trying to.
I
trying
What
think
to
about
take-
killing yourself?
honestly, okay.
Honestly,
Chris,
what are the odds that
This
you actually
discussion
make?
is living through a zombie apocalypse, right?
What if you don't live and you just die? That is the obvious course.
Alan,
Kill your family
That's-
and then take you out.
Alan, cut.
Take
Chris
yourself
out.
out.
Of the podcast.
That would be the best course you can do.
Alan's got the most, Chris has
Alright,
got
Chris,
the most
you're
radical answers.
Alan, Alan, take this out.
No,
No,
no, I'm serious in terms of. I'm fucking,
I heard that real
I'm
quick.
dead serious in this. If there's a zombie apocalypse and you're in California,
Goes deaf for like a second.
like, all right, you're in California. There's a zombie apocalypse. This shit's already hit like half the people. Are you gonna
20
watch
million
the people you
zombies.
love get killed and like your whole family destroyed in
But
front
you're
of you?
assuming things at that point. You
Chris.
you have to have that.
Okay, look.
You know how
That
big
is to
California
try.
is?
all right, all right.
Yes,
all right,
I do. You know how fast
we're-
shit spreads?
I know, but like
It's
we
all
have
You
so
know how
much land.
stupid people are sometimes?
So just head up to the Lido Creek, like you said. We
Okay.
each take our own little like
Alright.
slope.
We're making a
Fine.
detour to the right. I'm gonna guide us back on.
Okay,
track.
okay. Say,
All right,
say,
let's jump
say.
back on this 210
Okay, okay.
and head
Who would you need
and
to
head
be
east.
alive in order? Who would you need to be alive in order for you to like make it out of that apocalypse? Because I know if one of my
Myself.
family members goes down, I'm just like, I'll just be completely fucking depressed, and there'd be like no fucking option for me. I'd be like,
I mean, it's gonna happen one day either way.
oh my god, that's
See?
not what I'm.
That's good. No, this is good. This is good. I
No,
like this.
I would
like
I would
this.
not be like want to be in that situation. So
I mean, it's a shitty situation, but I'm not gonna pull the trigger right away. You know?
I
It's
mean, like,
fuck this.
You just
That's a
I
good
mean-
point.
I
You could
mean-
just tie him up in the backyard.
no.
I'm
no,
not
no,
gonna
no,
tie
no.
my family.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
No.
If there's a zombie, just tie him up in the backyard.
Let's
feed him
let's
some
be
scraps.
realistic though. If your family did die, why? I mean, you're just gonna kill yourself. You don't think your family would? Let's just say your dad. You don't think your dad would be like, I hope
Yeah,
my
brought your
son.
dad in here.
I hope my son fights through this. I know he can get through this. He's smart enough to get through this.
yeah,
But
but
instead you're
look
just
at
gonna-
all the
But
trauma
instead
you
you're
have
just
to
gonna
live
pull
through.
that.
Fuck it.
I mean,
Like,
you're in a zombie
I would
apocalypse.
understand
think
if it was
trauma
a
is
zombie
the least
apocalypse.
thing
Yeah,
you
I would
can-
understand if it was like me by myself, then I would be like, okay, I can live through this. Or if like say I was stuck down in San Diego and my parents were up here, then I would have something to fight for. I would want to come all the way up here and see like what my parents like, see if they're making it alive.
All right, let's just
Oh,
say
yeah.
you're down there.
That
then.
would be a different scenario for me.
Okay,
But
okay,
if I'm
okay,
here
okay.
with them and like one of them goes down, that would be it for me. I feel like I would
mercy
just
killing.
be like,
Mercy killing.
I would not.
This
Alright,
is so
alright.
off topic.
This is the off topic, Chris.
All right,
Okay,
Would
go
you
back.
mercy kill one of your family
I
members?
mean, if they're
Let's
getting
go.
eaten up, yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. If they
Ruben,
were getting
go.
jumped by zombies, and you saw one of your parents getting jumped by zombies, getting bitten, mercy
And they
kill.
did get bit.
They did get bit. Mercy kill.
Just wait till they're asleep, get the pillow, and Problem solved.
Oh my god.
Alan
guess we
seems to
got
got
some-
it all worked out.
Sorry, we got some psychopaths here tonight.
Alan is straight.
That's after half a beer with
You're the
Alan.
He
guys
is a hot
asking the
knife and
questions
butter.
here.
Okay. First the dog question, now the mercy kill.
Yeah, he was a murderer. Yeah, he killed people.
All right, Alan. Would you mercy kill one of your family members?
It depends on the situation.
God damn it.
All right, like they're getting eaten up, and it like just put them out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
of
it.
course, right?
Yeah, that's the situation.
But it's like in Chris' situation, like, oh, we're all fucked. You're gonna die anyway, so shoot him in the face. No.
Okay, they're getting eaten. You have a way to save them. Would you shoot them?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Oh,
Wait,
wait,
but you're
you have a
saying-
way to save them?
No,
Wait,
I'm sorry.
you're saying
Like,
they're
would
getting
you
eaten.
mercy kill? Yeah, so they're getting eaten. They're completely like bombarded. You
Like
have
no arms, no legs
nothing,
type situation.
Nothing. Yeah, they're getting murdered.
Okay,
You're gonna
They're
mercy kill
getting
them.
murdered.
all right, yes, but I'll give you a different scenario.
God damn it.
They're about to get eaten.
Okay.
You have two options. One, you can mercy kill them.
Yeah.
Or two, you could put yourself in danger, and like 50% chance save both of you.
Nah.
And 50% chance you guys both go down.
No, only you go down. But
there's
your
too many
other
different scenarios here.
All right, 3 scenarios.
We have one scenario.
Scenario 457. Take one. Nah.
That's the only scenario.
Like, that's a harder
Mercy
question.
kill.
Like, do you risk your life to save your parents, or do you mercy kill them?
Would you mercy kill anybody?
No.
Yeah.
Anybody? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, if it's anybody, yeah, it's an easy answer.
See,
to me.
that's what you guys say.
I mean, when
All
it
right.
comes,
Flip
You
to
got,
the
you got a
actual
syringe full
scenario.
of morphine. Your best friend's there dying with stage
I'm not saying.
4 cancer.
Okay.
Bye-bye,
Oh,
Chris.
okay.
Where is
Your
this coming
friend's
from?
dying of cancer, like stage 4 cancer, and you got a revolver in your hand.
No,
Yeah, there
Bob,
you go.
that's the best
There you
thing.
go. Because
You're
that's
just-
that's what the scenario is. You're not gonna kill your friend with morphine.
wait,
You're gonna
wait,
kill him
wait,
with a
wait,
gun or
wait,
something,
wait. I
or
have
with
this
an
scenario
axe
where
or
I see
a
nurse
knife
just
or whatever you
writing
have in your hand.
on
This
her
is zombie
notepad, and I
apocalypse.
hear, what was that?
fuck. Okay, back
Wait.
back to the zombie apocalypse.
All right,
Okay.
hold on. We're gonna take a time out really quick. I think we all need another beer. Let's take a
Me too, beers.
2-minute recess. We'll come back to you guys pretty soon. Someone get us a beer. I'll take a El Chongo. I don't know what you guys want.
I'm good.
Let's try the Indio.
We'll save that for next week.
Okay. Just give me El Chongo.
Just get me El Chongo. We're getting too off topic.
Yeah. We
What do you mean?
definitely.
These are the topics that come up.
over here.
These are the topics that come up at zombie apocalypse.
Talking about
do you,
surviving.
Do you try to survive it or do you just die? Make the fucking thing painless.
Yes.
Okay.
The whole discussion is whether or not how you would survive a zombie apocalypse.
Okay. So if we're gonna go that route, I'm not killing myself. I don't think either of these guys are killing
No.
themselves.
Not killing
So if
myself.
you're gonna say you're gonna kill yourself, you're already out of the discussion. Are you gonna kill yourself? Yes or no?
That's the bitch way out.
Are you
know
gonna
it.
Are you gonna kill yourself? Yes or no?
Fucking pussy.
I probably wouldn't kill myself.
There you go.
Okay then. Let's move on from that.
I kill everyone else.
But that's not to say people wouldn't kill themselves.
But we're not talking about people. We're talking about us.
Huh?
52 minutes ago.
What?
A lawyer who gained worldwide attention after representing A$AP Rocky was shot in the head and the chest.
I heard about that.
52
What?
times?
No, minutes ago.
Oh.
You probably received that notification 52 minutes ago, but it happened a lot earlier within the day. Yeah.
Breaking news. Dun-dun-dun,
Also, Sweden's a very racist country, so I'm not surprised. That's like I don't know if you guys ever saw the video with A$AP Rocky getting in trouble. Basically, these two guys were like assaulting them, like violating them. They were violating him and his crew, and like his bodyguard was like, "Okay, can you like guys like back away?" They were like drunk or drinking or something. Like, you guys are slapping women's asses, and we're not with that. You guys are trying to pretend like you're with us. We don't know you guys at all. And one of the dudes like smacks his bodyguard with the headphones. Like he was wearing like big ass headphones, and he smacked him with it. It's so weird. Anyway, they attacked him and his crew first, but A$AP Rocky and his crew were the people that were charged with assaulting the other guys because they were black. Like Sweden's a very racist country.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, off topic
Again.
again.
All right, back Are we back? We're all back.
Are we back?
Yeah,
We
we're
back?
good.
Test.
Okay.
Let's go.
Back to the zombie apocalypse question. Or should we move on?
I mean, I feel like we haven't really talked about it too much.
God
I
damn
don't
it,
know.
Chris.
All right.
No mercy question.
No
Be quiet.
mercy questions.
Be quiet.
No
Let's just
in-depth.
Okay, so we don't go to the grocery store to get food. I believe the next best option is to grow your own food in the back. Hopefully that the earth isn't tainted with whatever is being.
What about the zombies
Spread.
around you? This is California. How many people got infected around you
That's
just
what
in
I'm
your
saying.
city? It's like 100,000 people. No. How big
Okay.
is Fontana?
Okay, we're isolated in the mountains, Lido Creek.
What about the soil?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You hope to grow some vegetables, some chickens.
Grow some chickens. Mm-hmm.
Grow
You know
some
how
chickens.
long?
Grow some chickens. Pop-
You plant chicken seeds.
Look,
No, this guy plants the egg in the soil.
no,
hoping
no.
that
You-
they're
You
born.
pop the chicken nuggets in the dirt. Grow some fucking chickens.
Some McNuggets.
Step 2.
That's what Marco's gonna do.
So yeah, it's never gonna work.
Two.
He's gonna chicken head pop out.
Yeah.
What the?
It's like, how?
Just wait until the zombie apocalypse comes.
Just wait.
Man, you question my chicken farming techniques and you see zombies out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna plant some bird seed. Hoping that birds grow up in the ground.
Birds grow. Watch these fucking pigeons fly. All right.
Oh man.
So, would you say the next best option is to actually grow your own food and like harvest your own food?
That takes so long.
It does.
Well, for some of us,
But-
it does. But for like at least my household, and I think Chris's household, and maybe Adrian's, we already have some fruits growing, right?
I have a shitload of fruit in my
Yeah.
backyard.
I have avocados just staying.
Oh, yours is
it's
yours is
10
crazy.
families.
Your backyard is crazy.
Yeah.
What do you do in the winter?
What do you mean?
That's a good point.
There's no fruit in the winter.
That's a good point.
This is
Well,
California.
that's why
we
you
don't have
harvest.
winter.
Yeah, we do.
You can rotate crops. You can
What crops are you going to sustain on for that long? There's too many
Pomegranates.
crops.
honestly with the consumption
Winter.
of people,
What are the winter fruits?
we won't be able to grow anything.
Yeah, it's too
You would have
many.
to make it out down.
Blueberries.
There you go. Cherries and blueberries are winter fruits.
Yeah,
There
but
you go.
you can't. You would need land.
I
Yeah.
got land in my backyard.
And eventually that soil goes
That's
bad.
not enough land.
That's enough land for cherries and blueberries. God damn it.
Oh my god.
I don't know farming techniques. Do you know farming techniques? What do you do
Yes.
when your soil goes bad? What do you do when...
Turn
You
it.
rotate your crops.
Yep.
There you go, bro.
No.
It's
Sorry,
true.
I'm actually
I call
taking a look.
BS
Look,
on your...
You
on
you
your
use
crop
a small
growing.
part of land, grow your crops.
See, and we
Next
use
season, you move to a different part of land. You turn the soil over.
and
Move
we
to a different part
compost
of
our
land.
stuff in order to get fertile.
Exactly.
And if we're assuming we all know that one of us is like, if we're all alive, we could do something strategic to plan out. Okay, you're growing this year. You're growing this year. You're growing
Exactly.
this
Yeah, when you're assigning jobs, that makes more sense. But when you're alone... Are we alone? Are we assuming
No,
we're alone?
we're not
year.
alone.
No,
We
we're,
didn't mercy kill our family?
We
we're,
didn't
so-
mercy
we're
kill your
assuming we're assuming we live with our family
Oh.
and that we know we're all alive.
Whatever household we live in right now is who you're with.
Ooh, I
Chris,
got a
you're
family of 8.
Yeah, it would be
Chris-
hard. It would be
What?
hard.
Chris,
with
you're
your
fucked.
family.
You live in San Diego
Oh.
with a bunch of strangers.
I'm gonna just kill everybody.
I won't even mercy kill. I'm just killing
Your
them.
brother's like, damn it, there's no Minecraft.
But this is
Actually,
this is
Minecraft
kind of
works without electricity.
stop. We're not talking about Minecraft. This guy.
Sorry.
He
He
into
mentioned
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Jesus Christ.
All you gotta do is get 2 magnets and rotate them. Got your
I'm-
electricity right there.
I'm
you
gonna
go,
take
let's-
2 steps back a little bit. So let's just assume that, well, not even assume. We know that there are a lot of people living in California. So would you move out as soon as you can because you want to move out, let's just somewhere to the Midwest, to where there's more land, so you could grow crops and farm, or would you stay here
I would have
and
You
take the
can't
risk?
move.
go north.
How do you know you?
The freeways are packed. Think of how many people are on the freeway. You think of like how many people are on the freeway when one accident happens. Now imagine there's chaos going. The whole system is down. You can only travel by foot here in California. You're fucked. You're staying in the same spot. Everybody's getting infected. All of California is fucked. There's no way out of it. That's why I'm saying mercy kill your family and kill yourself would be the
Why are you going
way
back
out.
to that? We're trying to get past that.
Chris gives
I'm
up.
telling you guys,
Chris.
everybody's fucked. Unless you live like in an isolated place.
Yeah, negative Nancy's don't survive, right?
I'm trying to think of every scenario out here that we could possibly live in.
Every scenario, kill
But
yourself.
it's just like it all comes back down to try to survive and get fucked and watch all your family die.
You gotta have
Or-
a little bit more positive outlook, you know.
I do, but I mean,
I mean,
like
you
me
can
me
walk
having
through
a
the freeway.
me having a positive outlook would
You
be,
can.
I work in a lab. I could probably take a sample of whatever virus is trying to do this or is happening, and our lab trying to find like a cure for it. That would be me being positive about this. That also means me forgetting about my family and, oh, they're fucked, they're on their own because I'm gonna be trying to save humanity over here. So that is the dilemma that I'm having over here.
So-
Right, but would you rather save 4 people? Yeah, I know that they're your family. Or would you rather save the entire nation or the entire world, I guess?
That is the real
It's
question.
the
Now
train
you're
track
asking.
question.
Now you're asking the real questions, Ruben.
You got that train track question, right?
Which way would you go? Come on. I know you would do it for mankind, Chris. I already know the answer. I already know the answer. You just gotta say it.
Then why are you asking this shit?
Chris has like the sweetest mom too.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to say it. Like, fuck. No. Dad,
You had to bring it up.
Dad, I love your fish tacos, but I'm sorry, no. JK.
Honestly, I would trust my brother would take care of him.
Your little brother?
Which one? Yeah.
He knows.
Oscar?
Yep.
The one that plays CS:GO all the time, dog.
Locked in his room.
Says the one that's bad at CS:GO all the time. No, just kidding. You've never played with us.
I played once. I'm pretty garbage.
Anyway,
That's also because CS:GO is garbage.
the major's actually going on right now.
Facts.
Anyway, Helen's actually pretty good at CS:GO, guys.
I play like
I feel like
once
Alan's
a year.
pretty good at any game.
Nah, I used to be.
Anyway,
When
back
I
to
had
the
no
zombie
life.
apocalypse. We're fucked because we're in California.
All right, you go east, hit Nevada, and then from Nevada you go Colorado.
Okay.
Go high up
Say
in the
you have a
mountains.
week. What do you do?
A week. Well, how far can I get in a week walking?
No, not walking. Just a week. What would be your plan?
Oh, you got a week before? You
Yeah.
got some insider trading news?
Yeah. So someone told you from your work or something
You got
that
Big Pharma telling you
zombies
he's
are
like,
coming.
Chris, the zombies are coming.
Get to safety. You got a whole week.
A week? I go
What,
NorCal.
what's your safety plan?
Go
How
up.
would you live?
North?
Yeah,
That
go
makes
almost
sense.
Oregon, you know? Population starts decreasing. It's
Okay.
colder climate. It's better farmland.
Makes sense. Makes
Mhm.
a lot of sense. Also, side note, I was watching a video some time ago, and it had to do with the zombie apocalypse and what was the best car to drive.
Mm-hmm.
And they said it was a Toyota Corolla. So
The Corolla.
yeah,
It's
just
like, when you go down, you can find any pieces anywhere.
yeah, just so you guys know, it's the Corolla, based off of reliability and gas mileage. That's what
And
they
car
were saying.
parts. And
But what do you do when the gas goes out? Have you seen the show Last Man on Earth? It's like a comedy show, right? But like season 3 in, like all the gas goes bad because petrol has like a shelf life, and I don't know how to make gasoline.
This is why
I do.
Mr.
Sorry.
Chemical Engineer.
This is why you
I could
hijack a hydrogen fueled car and go to Cal State, LA.
A hydrogen fuel car is like, do you know how to separate hydrogen molecules?
No,
Actually,
but
it's actually
CSULA
not that hard.
CSULA has a hydrogen fuel station, so
Well, what do you do when that goes bad? Electric cars, man. Batteries are easy. Lithium-ion batteries. They're plenty. They're easy to hook up in series. You need to do some like voltage control. but
Okay.
Charge it with solar panels.
All right. Cool. How long do batteries last?
That's what I'm saying. They're plentiful.
For a zombie apocalypse, it'd
Yeah.
be perfect.
Hmm.
Assuming the zombies only live for a month.
Yeah.
This is
the
gonna be-
downtime between charging is the bad part.
shout
Yeah.
out to my boy
You're right.
Elon.
Elon, I know you make it. You blast off in your SpaceX rocket to Mars.
Yeah, he's in Mars right now when this is all happening. Oh man.
Anyway,
Well, I feel like we're getting a little too sidetracked with this topic.
it's because it's. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
it's
mean,
too
maybe it
big
is
of a
too broad.
Topic, just
So let's go ahead and move
wait,
on
wait,
to our
wait.
next topic.
We didn't hear everybody else's
okay.
escape plans for the
Okay,
whole
okay.
week. You got a week insider trading, whatever.
week? Within a
bullshit.
week?
Yeah. What
Okay.
would you do to prep?
Me?
Yeah.
First thing I'm doing is not going to Walmart because they don't sell ammunition anymore.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm like, dang, Walmart.
yeah, so I feel for me, at least within my location, I'd have to go to Big Five first because I really don't have any kind of protection. I mean, you can get a bat and stuff like that. I wouldn't really wouldn't feel comfortable unless I had some kind of gun. So I'd have to go to Big Five. That's my first step. Second step, I don't know. I feel like I'd have to find some kind of live animal and harvest it, and then go to Lido Creek and
Lido
get
Creek?
some water. Yeah.
You
And
go-
then after that, build a barricade around my house.
you go all the way to Lido Creek, harvest some water, and go back home.
Yeah, I mean, if it's within like the first 2 days, I think it's possible.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't know.
All right, AJ.
After that, you just hope for the best, you know.
Yeah, I have 2 pistols, so I would definitely stock up on the most ammo I can buy at a certain amount of time. I don't know if it's limited or not to buy a certain amount of ammo.
I think at that point it really wouldn't matter though.
I think,
But I mean,
no,
if
yeah.
okay, so
You're
you said that we have a
trading.
week inside, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay,
You
okay.
have a
Yeah.
week. Say
Okay,
the
okay.
virus on the other side of the world right now.
Yeah.
You have a week.
Okay.
So we
Before it
have
gets
you have
over
a week to get prepared. So I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm pretty sure
How
there's a
much?
limit.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'll buy whatever
especially
the
in
limit
In
is.
California, yeah, there is.
I'll buy whatever the limit is. Tell my dad, go buy whatever the limit is. Definitely stack up on ammo. Try kind of do the same. Either move closer to the mountains. I think I would move even further up. No, I don't want to know. I don't want to say like Big Bear, because like there's
You're
only
limited
one.
on resources.
Yes, that, and there's only a certain way up and a certain way down.
That's
So
true.
you kind of trap yourself. And Lido Creek's kind of the same thing. And Lido Creek's
Yeah.
definitely the same thing.
Yeah.
Because it's one way that way and one way back. And it's on a major street. Shoot. I don't know. I would try to move somewhere wildernessly and try to camp out. It's very risky, though. So I'm stuck either between that or just completely boarding up my house. My house is pretty... I feel like it's pretty sturdy. And then, yeah, get some animals. Like a goat. A goat. Some rabbits. Some chickens. Yeah. I think that sounds fair.
Some BDS sounds nice.
The zombie apocalypse, you're all eating nice, like, BBL tacos. Just, damn, this zombie apocalypse sucks. Let me get another one.
Alan?
I already said it. Go north.
Dude,
Oh yeah, true.
But you, Chris.
I'd drive back down to Fontana, I guess, to be with my family. First of all.
Back up to Fontana.
Yeah. Anyway, I would try to get the word out. I don't get me wrong. Like spread panic is all bad and all, and especially like if you tell a lot of people, then they're gonna start panicking. Freeways are gonna get packed. But I would rather have people know that shit is going down rather than them not knowing what all the chaos is about. Because I feel like that would be the biggest issue, would be people not knowing about what's going on. Because, like, I feel like we've already grown up with this, like, zombie idea, like this virus that could actually, like, infect people. But I feel like information is crucial in, like, these times, especially if you have, like, a week's notice to, like, inform people to be ready for it. Because that would, I feel, create more survivors, like people that are actually ready and prepared, like mentally, like a week beforehand, to what they're gonna be able to do afterwards, when it actually starts.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves with zombie media stuff. They're like, whenever the zombie apocalypse starts, it's like, oh, what's happening? Hey, why are you so sick? And then like they bite them.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. As soon as I see them, I'm like, the zombie.
Exactly, but
Yeah.
like, think about it. Like, would the government be like, oh, all media is down, and just shut down everything, and like leave everybody to fend for themselves? Or would they actually be like, alert, 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 this is like, be vigilant for this, like make sure you don't like come in contact with these people, or if you do see this, make sure you take care of it. Like,
I'm pretty sure the U.S. would fall into a military state. What's that term? When the military takes over?
martial law.
Martial law. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Have you seen Fear the Walking Dead?
Yeah, I have.
I feel like they show what happens really well. Like season 1 is great, but then it starts getting crazy after that. So.
Mm.
But like, if you guys watch season 1, it's pretty good on that. Like, it starts off with the zombie apocalypse, and they're in LA, so it's like really like hits home, and like, eventually the military comes in, and they like kind of secure the area.
Yep.
That
Anyway.
sounds
How are we doing on
reasonable.
time?
We're about like 40 minutes in.
40 minutes.
All right. Do you guys
I
want
think our limit is 90, right? I think
I don't
I
know.
know there's a limit on YouTube. I'm not too sure.
We're still good though because
know.
we have a good amount that we can like mess around with.
Cool.
All right.
So you guys want to move into our next topic?
Definitely. I
All
feel
right.
like this is too much of a topic to cover in one day.
All right, so the next topic is if you can get away with one crime, what crime would it be? Let's make it a little bit more specific. You can get away with one felony. Because you can get away with like something stupid like, oh, I stole a candy bar.
Yeah.
Wait.
Can we also assume like it's any kind of crime in terms of like
Any felony.
any felony?
Any
Wait.
Okay.
Okay. Clarify on this question. Is this like a crime that you want to commit, but you're guaranteed to not get in trouble, or is this a crime that you want to commit and not get in trouble?
It's
You
the same
get
question.
no wait no. Let me see.
You just
Reword
asked
that.
the same question.
Is this a crime that shoot? I had it in
Something
my
that
head.
you would get caught with, or something you would get
Yeah.
caught without?
Yeah.
Or
Or no,
assuming
a
we
crime
don't-
that you think you could get away with.
It's like you're
Or
gonna
is it
get
a crime-
pardoned, like
yeah, yeah.
versus
Yeah.
you sneakily did it.
Yes. Exactly,
Okay.
Exactly.
I get you. Like, is it
Mm.
public knowledge they committed this crime and you're just gonna get scot free, or you committed it and got away with it without anyone figuring it out?
Is that the question?
Yeah. Let's do not figuring it out. Like you got away with it.
Like no one knows?
No one knows.
Nobody
Like you
Okay.
robbed the bank and then like no one figured out that you robbed it.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go with that. Does anybody have theirs, or I mean, I already have mine. So if you
Yeah,
guys need some time,
I think definitely rob that bank part.
Tell you.
I think honestly that's just it for me.
I feel like a lot of people would say that, but for me, it would be embezzlement because it's something you can do over and over and over. You can only rob a bank. Are we assuming you're robbing a bank multiple times?
Like it's like
We'll
oh,
just say-
let's
we'll just
time to
say-
rob the bank
We'll
again.
just say one and done.
Okay, because I feel like
One
within
crime.
one crime.
Once. Like you
Oh,
embezzled it
man.
once, you got away with it, and then tried again, and like, wait a minute.
Ruben's like, shit, all I got is $20 from PayPal.
Because I feel like embezzlement is such a much better. I feel like that's just the most common crime that people get away with in terms of.
But you guys are like thinking at this a little bit like about financially securing yourselves.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to do something so fucking crazy that it's like, holy shit, who did this?
Oh,
like
yeah.
someone like stole the Mona Lisa or something, you know?
Oh,
Something
yeah.
crazy.
Now you're thinking.
Nah, I want money.
The
That's what I want.
Lisa's worth priceless, dude.
Yeah, how
Like,
are you
I'll
gonna
give you 20
how are you
cents.
gonna steal the Mona Lisa and sell that shit on off road?
You
No,
don't
he's
have
probably
to sell it.
fake.
You can have it at your house and be like, look at this, bitch.
Yeah. You're gonna be all fucking drunk playing beer pong. Check this shit out. I got the Mona Lisa.
How many people are gonna?
They're gonna be
believe
like, yeah, fucking right. That's not the Mona
And then
the
you
thing.
fucking show them, you got the motherfucking Mona Lisa.
Be like, look, this shit's signed.
Sign.
Yeah,
You see that? You see that name on that corner?
I'm not fucking.
Leonardo.
I'm not,
That's Da Vinci himself. He signed this shit for me.
I'm not fucking stealing.
You're
What
not
is
stealing the Mona
I'm
Lisa.
not stealing the American Gothic painting for fucking. No, I'm robbing the fucking
Are you gonna be
bank.
Nick Cage stealing the
Yeah,
Declaration of
exactly.
Independence?
No, I'm robbing the fucking bank. With
What bank?
let's see,
You also guys thinking about this wrong. I would steal a
ATM.
federal money, like the print.
Oh,
so you
the
can
print,
print-
so you can make your own money.
yeah, that's smart. There you
From
go.
the Federal Reserve. or
And
whatever.
now Alan's going to jail.
Yeah, I got away with this one.
Alan makes $1 bill.
It's like fuck. I stole the $1 one. No, I stole something like a $2 one. No one's gonna believe I have a million $2 bills.
Shit. All right.
Why are there so many $2 bills in circulation?
It's like, sir, you want to deposit how many $2 bills?
I don't know. I feel like for me, it would definitely be robbing a bank, but the only purpose would be to start my own business somehow.
Why though? Why are we all stemming to? Because mine would be to rob a bank too. Like don't get me wrong. Like
Financial,
like
personal.
like the first thing that came to mind, like if I can get away with something, I want to get away with robbing a bank. Like the first thing that came to my mind is rob a bank. Why? That's what I want to
Have any of
understand.
you guys seen Casa de Papel? on Netflix?
No.
No, I haven't.
Oh man, it's something you guys gotta watch. They I can't explain it really well, partially because I'm inebriated, as one might say. But basically, they rob they rob a place in Spain. I think it's Spain where they make all the money, and one guy gets away with it. Only one guy out of the whole operation, I think, gets away with it. And he's not even there. He's the one that's pretty much like telling all the guys there what to do. And it's something you guys gotta watch.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like robbing a bank is probably, depending on how you use money, it's one of the most ethical crimes you could commit.
Yeah.
Because who is it hurting? If no one knows about it, who is it hurting? Right?
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
All the
and if you
people
use that money towards something good, like creating your own business, and no one knows about it, how are you personally going to feel guilty about something like that? Would you guys feel guilty about
I
it?
would not feel guilty.
You wouldn't
about
feel
robbing
guilty
a
about it,
bank.
right? Would you guys feel guilty about it?
Hell no.
No. They're insured anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why most people go like, yeah, I'd rob a bank. As long, I mean, for me personally, like as long as you're using it for something good, why not?
Yeah.
How about you, Ellen? I feel like we haven't heard from you.
I mean, I threw out my crazy ones, right? But what would I do? I don't know. I'd probably steal a really nice car. Maybe get me like a Porsche. You know, just get my steal myself like a GT3 RS.
That's
or GT2 RS.
That's so weird. We're all thinking about stealing something. Like nobody's like, oh, I'll get a getaway card with like a DUI or something like that. Like no one said anything.
Something
like,
small.
Something, yeah, something. Oh, I would get away with hacking into and deleting my self from the system or some bullshit like that. That would be.
That would be crazy.
I threw out some good ideas, stealing the Mona Lisa. I was gonna say something like assassinate a world leader, but I don't want to put myself on a list.
Yeah, no. Assassinate this blank world leader. No. That would be all bad.
What if?
I don't even want to
And
joke
now our
about saying something
podcast
like
is
that.
demonetized.
What if you put yourself like put yourself in the position of a world leader, like illegally, and you got away with it?
So I can be like fucking Queen Elizabeth the next day.
You stole her identity.
I'm kind of down with that. Yeah. I like
I
her
don't-
dress.
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like it's something I wouldn't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Personally.
personal question. Yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I wouldn't want
That's
that.
one crime I can
Or screw someone else over.
Dang.
Or what
like-
if you could
Like
figure
frame
out?
Chris.
Or
What
kill
if-
him. Wait, what? No.
What if you could somehow hack into some government website and figure out their darkest, deepest secrets?
Oh no.
And use
that's
that as
scary.
blackmail and
Not
wind up
not
dead
even
next
blackmail.
day.
just like you knowing that information.
Hack
Well,
the
what's
US.
the point if you know
That's
it?
scary.
Yeah,
It's
right.
not like
Well-
anybody will believe you either way.
Well, would,
I mean-
would you guys do it though? Like, is that something you
No,
guys would?
hell
There's
no.
already so much information out there, like of like.
At least, I mean, that's what you think. There's also a lot of information that you don't know.
Yeah, of
For
course.
sure.
No, I don't want to know that.
Yeah. True.
Like ignorance is bliss, right? You
Exactly.
don't need to know that.
That is also very true.
I don't
I
want to
that
know
was
that. I don't want to know
That's it. I figured out what I would do.
Oh, I know.
I would hack whatever I would have to hack in order to find out what really happened 9/11.
It was like Bush himself did it.
He's
flew
the
the
one.
jets.
Yeah, no, he was the one.
that. It's funny, like at the end of at the end of hacking everything,
Shit.
like Word XP just comes up, like fucking Word 96 comes up in like bold impact letters. George W. Bush did it. Like at the very end of it, an Excel spreadsheet comes up.
It's like saved in one computer somewhere in the State Department.
Damn.
Man,
Savage.
that'd be some crazy shit to know.
That's not something.
You don't want to know about like the JFK thing? You know how
No.
everyone said
Nah,
like the
fuck
CIA
JFK.
did it.
No, I'm
I think
kidding.
don't you think it's more fun not knowing and like just believing these conspiracies? What
But-
if you actually
but-
knew?
but
I wouldn't
What
want to
if
know.
you actually knew and nobody else knew?
That's horrible. I don't want to know that knowledge.
That I would want to know.
Ew, no.
Now we actually have to hack
Now
the,
we
the
have to do
system,
it.
guys. Like,
Hearsay, he say, she say, whatever it's called.
Uh huh.
Fucking rumors. I hate conspiracy.
yeah,
Because
conspiracy.
they're so retarded. Like,
They're fun sometimes.
What about murdering someone? Would you guys murder anyone?
Nah,
No,
I'm a good
No?
Christian boy.
I don't think I could kill somebody.
Not just some random person without knowing it.
You wouldn't kill
that's
Osama
over.
bin Laden.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh,
Or so they
You
say.
wouldn't download a car, would you?
You see that?
He's like, yes, I would.
Yes.
Like, do I have the option? Like, where do I find this site?
Yeah. No, I don't think I'd kill somebody. Honestly, I don't think I could.
No.
No.
I can't.
no, Chris.
What?
Would you be?
How do you know I haven't? Damn, no, I'm kidding.
Chris is now on some federal
Today,
blacklist.
confirmed.
hey.
Just end the podcast now.
We gotta
Shut it down,
delete this.
shut it
We gotta scrub it.
Oh yeah, we could delete this, huh? You fucking assholes.
I was actually asked this question the other day because I work in a lab and we have access to like
Kinda lab.
infinite chemicals and shit. So they were like, "How would you kill somebody?" And I was like, "With a snake."
With a snake.
What?
You get like all cobra. Like,
Because I wouldn't try to kill somebody with a chemical because it'd be too obvious from
You
like
could be
my
traced
profession.
back,
Yeah, like
yeah.
it'd, like who has access to chemicals? Well, obviously this guy who works in a lab with chemicals.
the
Like
chemical engineer.
yeah, I know. Like
Be like, who has access to the snake? Not this chemical engineer.
and
You
the
could
reason I
use-
said snake though, there's a saying in Spanish. It's like, si fuera víbora ya te hubiera picado. Like it means like if it was a snake already, it would have bit you already. Because that when you can't find something, and like it's like right in
okay.
front of your face.
Yeah, if it was a snake.
Yeah, if it's a snake, it would have bit you already. So
I've heard
I
that
said that to one of my managers. He just laughed his ass off. He's like, "That's how you kill me, huh?"
one. Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty smart. You just trap them like in a room with like 10 snakes.
What the?
What happened? I don't know. He was hiking. Just drop his body out like.
In the mountains, like random.
Wow, that's crazy. I don't know what happened. He got bit by like 10 snakes.
It's a black. It's a fucking king cobra. What the fuck? There's no
Yeah,
king cobras
yeah.
in the same mountain.
This is
It's
not.
it's like a
this is not-
Siamese boa constrictor.
That's funny. The black mamba is not indigenous to Big Bear. It's starting to raise some questions here.
Oh.
Yeah. I think for the most part, I guess the crime we would all want to get away with is money, right? Something
Yeah,
with
I
money.
think financially.
Financially,
Something to make us financially stable with it, which is for the most part
everybody's kind of
ethical.
Everybody's kind of.
Most part.
I wouldn't see what else. Well, if you have any other crimes you would want to get away with, let us know.
Yeah.
I would
But,
want to know because I can't really think of anything else. I'm like completely blocked. Like, what other crime do you guys know? What's a crime you guys want to get away with?
Or if you guys would actually.
Huh?
What'd you
Okay,
say?
we won't say that. We can't say that. I'm not even gonna repeat it. Don't look at me. I heard it, but I'm not gonna repeat it.
No,
Sorry,
no.
I got something in my throat. Anyway, if you guys would actually rob a bank, like the comment below.
What gun would you use? No.
Yeah, should I take the MP5 or sleight of hand or not? What kind of prick should I take with me?
Definitely using the what is it? Shoot, what's the one where you have silent steps? Is it?
Oh,
Dead silence.
Dead
Dead
silence. Definitely using that one.
Yeah, let's use dead silence.
What about cold-blooded?
Cool. Ooh.
They're gonna have the UAVs.
Yeah, the UAVs are gonna come
I
after
doubt.
us.
I doubt a Wells Fargo is gonna have UAV.
Oh, you know what though? I heard that in terms of like robbing banks, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but like usually if banks have like a glass in front of like
The tellers?
in front of the tellers,
Mhm.
it's usually because they've been hit once. So
Really?
usually it's a reactionary thing. I don't know if today's day and age it's like mandatory, but I think back in the day it was more of a reactionary thing. So it's like if they got hit once, that's when they would put the glass up.
So if you're like an experienced like bank robber back in the day, say like the late 1800s, you're like, all right, let me go into this bank. There's no glass. Like, oh, it's a fresh one.
Yeah.
Walks in. They ain't got no glass in here. I'm robbing this shit.
Sweet pickings.
Put your fucking hands up.
Oh shit.
I don't know why I pictured like just like those like saloon fucking doors like kicking it in. This ain't no fucking glass in here. Put the fucking money in the bag.
Put the money in the bag.
I saw like a picture in like a cowboy hat with like a bandana, but it's still SpongeBob. That's exactly what I pictured.
On that good note, I guess we'll cut it there. This has been episode 4.
4, yeah.
Yep.
Episode 4 of Random Dudes with Random Brews. Again, if you guys have any crimes that you guys would want to get away with, please let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and share this episode. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Later.
Later.
Bye.